Good evening, FIFA players. I'm using my microphone through the control pad, so I apologize if it's a bit muffled. This is just a very quick, hopefully quick, video just to go through the FIFA 21 leaderboards and just explain a few things. Every year, when I play FIFA and I'm always top of the leaderboards, and people say, well, how do you top the leaderboards? I don't get it. People with better win percentage than me are lower than me, and people that are absolutely rubbish are ranked higher than me. So it's a bit random, but there is a two-tier system to this, and there are some ways that you can make your life easier when trying to climb these leaderboards on FIFA 20. Now, I know most of you only care about Ultimate Team. Some of us do still care about seasons. So I'm just going to go through very quickly how to do that. So the first thing to do here is go onto World Table. This is actually our gauge for what we need to do on seasons. So as you can see, I'm in Division 1 at the moment, and these are the different cups. So just for anyone that's completely new to FIFA, you've got your 10 divisions, you have 1 to 10, and your different cups that you're eligible for as you climb into each division. So EA Shield, EA Cup, Continental Cup, Premier Cup. Now, this becomes important for you once you actually get into the very top end. So, just to explain for you, what happens is eventually on FIFA you plateau, which is where you come to a point where it's almost pointless in you playing, because no matter how many games you win, you're going to be penalized more if you lose. So if you lose one game, you're essentially going to have to play 20 to get back where you were, which is important for the top 100 ranking. So what I can do here at the moment, even now, at this early stage where there's not that many players in the game, is look and say, I'm in Division 1, but the chances of me being paired with someone from Division 1 are 103. So it's almost certain now at this point in time that I'm going to be paired against someone from 2, 3, maybe even 4. I've just checked actually, someone in 4 has actually just played me, I think. So I know my points are at risk, rather than if I could check this when everyone's here and FIFA's not a ghost town, that will probably be, I don't know, 2,000 people in Division 1, and then I know the peer-to-peer matching is going to be equal. At the moment, I'm going to likely be playing Division 2, and if he beats me, I'm going to lose more points. So I'll explain that a bit more. In fact, I'll do that right now. So turning into the leaderboards, firstly, just to show you. So we've got, here's a good example. So we've got Emery the Best at the moment, who is leading these leaderboards. Now, he, I assume, must be a 5-star player by now with that record. And he is, right. So him and this gentleman at the top, and you can see it's now a different person at the top. I'll explain that in a second, but we'll stick with top 100 for the moment, are 5-star players. Now, if Emre were to lose to me, here I am, a 4.5-star player, he stands to lose rather, more points for that top 100 slot. So he may lose to me, and I will gain more from the victory. Whereas if I play, let's have a look at my last one. Now, again, for the top 100 peer-to-peer ranking, again, I've just played this guy. He's 4 stars. I've just beaten him. I'm 4.5 stars. Right? Now, had I lost that, my top 100 ranking, which is currently 60, would have gone complete probably down to 80. I probably would have lost about significant amount of points because I lost to someone that's ranked below me, and that's essentially what this is. So this is what this is telling you when you go to the world leaderboard. This is essentially what it's telling you. So it's saying, yeah, you're in Division 1, yeah, you're a 5-star player, but we've only got 103, 111 guys for you to play at that level. So if you continue to play, you're basically taking the risk of, okay, yes, I can beat these easier players, but if I lose, I'm going to lose significantly amount of points. So this is why it's very actually imperative for the guys at the top to keep on winning no matter what, because you never know when a excellent Division 4 player, let's say, I don't know any excellent Division 4 players, but maybe someone from FUT gets bored, jumps on here, they're one of the best in the world, and you get paired with them, and then they just take a heap of points off you because they're absolutely no one in Division 4. So that's what this is. So this table is all about peer-to-peer, which is why it becomes so random after a while, because for example, he's going to plateau, I'm going to plateau at some point, where you get to the point where you've amassed so much rank points on this table. Forget the seasons one for a moment, but you essentially, there's levels. So yes, we're all 5-star players by the end of it, but there's going to be people that are I don't know if anyone's familiar with the old system that we had before FUT, where you had levels. And so let's say, for example, he's level 35 and he's paired against the level 28. The 28 is going to take massive amount of points off him if he wins. Whereas if Emre were to win that game, he wouldn't get that much. Similarly, this is where we are now. So if I was to play Emre right now and beat him, I would take a massive amount of points. I'd probably go up to 40 in the top 100. Whereas if I played him now and lost, I'd probably stay where I was. I probably wouldn't even lose that many points. So that's how that top 100 works. So the dynamics of it will shift according to who you play, who you beat over the course of time, and what their star rating is. So that's where this becomes important. So what I always tend to do is after a game, I go straight here and I say, what was their star level? Did I get let off the hook? Were they a crap player that should have probably just beaten 3-0 and made them quit? Or were they a top player and I should have done more, or maybe the game was a draw and I could have won it, but I played it safe. I don't know. I don't really do that, but those are the different dynamics that you can start thinking about when you're playing that in terms of trying to go for the leaderboards. So if you're playing someone you know they're good, you've got a chance to beat them, go for it. Maybe you just need a point for, I don't know, promotion or the division title, but you're playing someone that's significantly good, you've clear on the break, you think, oh, I'll just run in the corner and be annoying and shit house it. Nah, try and get the win, try and get some rank points off them, and then that goes into your top 100. In terms of the second leaderboard, there's also one very important thing here. Don't quit. As you can see, most of the top players, I was hoping there's a ton of top players there, there's actually a bit scattered, but you do not quit unless you are 3-0 down. So if you're playing a game, for example, and you're 2-0 up, you're losing 2-0, and he scored in the last minute to make it 2-0. So it's 1-0 the whole game. He scores in the last minute, it's 2-0. You know the game's over. The whistle's about to blow. Don't hit that. As much as I understand, guys, you're angry, the game's over. Maybe it was completely crap at the game. Don't quit. Because if you do, that gives him all the rank points for that game. Similar to, well, not similar to FUT because it doesn't do that for some reason. But on this side, it gives you all the rank points for that match. And I don't think it actually matters what your level is at that point. It just says, here you go, the other person quit. So I absolutely love it when people just quit and I'm like, yeah, I got all the rank points for that game and I'm grateful, thank you. And then you see yourself fly up. So you notice that most of these guys don't quit at all. So unless it's 3-0, 4-0, 5, if it's 5, 6, 7, it's not going to make a difference because he's going to take all the rank points anyway. But the default, I think most of you will probably find out if you do or have quit or if you've been disconnected, it always reverts to that 3-0 and that's because it's giving the person the full rank points for that match. So that will affect your top 100 if you do quit. So just try not to. I know it's frustrating for some of you. You know, I've never quit a game of FIFA because I just come back. As you can see on my YouTube channel, I've got Comeback Kings videos just because I just come back for fun. I don't know why. But that's that. I think that's covered. Let's just have a quick look now at. Sorry, wrong one. Let's look at top 100. We've already done. Yep. So into seasons. Now, seasons, and the reason why this guy is top and not this guy, who obviously you just saw top on the 100, this rewards a completely different system. So, this rewards you for completion of seasons. So, when you get your promotions, your cup titles for the division, or your relegations, you get amass points. So now, obviously, you get more points if you get promoted and win the title. And also you don't lose any points on this, but but if you complete the season, even if you get relegated, you get some points. So this sort of rewards people that bang out the game, but there's still something that's missing that a lot of people don't know. So this guy here is at the top. He's basically at the top because he's played more seasons than this guy. As you can see, he's played 25, he's played 23. They both won the same amount of titles. Almost crucially, but not quite, this guy has almost made up the gap because he's actually won a cup, which brings me on to my next point. Now, as you can see, I'm actually ranked 16th here on seasons. Now, you saw I was 60th on the top 100. I'm 16th here, and the reason, as you can see the difference, as you look under current seasons, I've only played 9 seasons. So just to reflect how little that is, there you go. So the fewest is 7, and I'm their third fewest on 9 seasons. I've only won 1 league title, yet I'm 16th. How is that possible, you're thinking? It's because of the cups. Now, what a lot of people don't do, even these two, I think he was half cottoning onto it, but he just gave up. But what these two guys need to do is start playing the cup windows, because there's no point in wasting your life, no offense, banging out 25 seasons to get 668 points and not winning any cups. Because what the cups allow you to do is in 4 games amass the same amount of points you get for a league title. So just to break that down for you, let's go to my trophy cabinet. So if I win this, that's 300 points. If I win this, that's 300 points. This trophy will take me 10, roughly 10, maybe maximum 8, fewest 8 games to get 300 points. Why would I waste time playing 10 games to get this trophy for 300 points when I can play at my heart's leisure over 3 days, 4 games, and win this trophy for 300 points? 4 games again and win 300 points. That's 600 in 8 games, and so on. So if you keep on banging out this trophy, in particular, the women's trophy is actually the most significant one. I think that gets you around 500 points. It does also depend on some of your performance. I think goes into what the amount of points you get, but it just saves a lot of time. So as you can see, if we go back into seasons, right? So if we go back into seasons, I've entered 11 cups. I've only lost 3, and I've won 8 cups. And I basically wanted to win every cup, so one of each. But then once you're into Division 1 or 2, go for that Premier Cup. And as soon as the cup window opens, just go in, play your 4 games, win a trophy, play your 4 games, win a trophy. And you'll shoot up this leaderboard without having to play 27 seasons, 23 seasons. Okay, he's played 18, that's fine. That's a bit normal, I guess. But you know, you can just see it. I'm there. I've played 9 seasons, and I'm there at 16th. These guys have been banging out 20 seasons, and the game's just come out. You know, so it's an encroachment on your time basically. When you could just literally just be playing the cup windows and amass double the points for less games. So that's just the one big thing really on that side of the season's leader table. So that's the twofold system essentially. So you've got the two systems. You've got your top 100. This is all about peer-to-peer playing, bit like the old system, but it doesn't tell you on the interface. But let's say again, as I said, let's say he's a level 30, I'm a level 28. He's got more to lose from playing at the moment because if we go back to the table, there's basically only 103, maybe 111 if you want to add in Division 2. I don't really. Essentially, there's only 103 players, and there's probably no one on 5 stars at the moment in terms of rank points. So he's basically got everything to lose and nothing to gain almost at the moment. If he waits a bit and then waits for more people to come up into Division 1 and get to that level, then it evens out. But at the moment, he's close. He's going to be becoming close to plateauing, and so is the other guy, unless they just continually win and never lose. Um, and of course, at the point where they lose, someone trips over the wire at the house. I don't know. The internet goes down, power goes out of the house. That point, they're going to lose a lot of points anyway, and then almost have to restart to get where they were. So that's just how it works on that top 100. The seasons one is a bit more generous. It sort of rewards you for playing, but like I said, don't waste your time just banging out the seasons, going up a division, down a division. It's a waste of time, even if you're just consistently winning. So for me, I consistently will just go throughout the seasons. I won't get relegated. I'll just keep on winning title, 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 title. But as soon as that cup window opens, I'm like, hallelujah, thank God. I don't have to sit down chasing. I can just play these games over the weekend, a couple games over the weekend, and get the points, and then be where I am now. So I've basically spent half the time that these guys have spent getting to this position on the season's leaderboard. So it's just a knowledge thing. Some people don't know that they can do that, and they think the cup's just there for, I don't know, whatever your board, but essentially that's what it's there for, to amass a greater number of points in a quick number of time over 4 games, and then you win a title. Hopefully, the only risk obviously is if you're not that good. Some people aren't. That you risk wasting also your time that you could have used investing in a season, trying to win a trophy, and then let's say you lose the final or you lose the semi-final, and then you got to start again. But for the most part, I would actually say, depending on, I've played some cup finals, I've uploaded some on my YouTube that are very difficult. I've played some cup finals that I walk in the park, so it's a mixed bag. But again, like I said, it's an easy opportunity to amass a load of points without having to play your life away on seasons. And then you can probably do other things like play pro clubs or FUT. So I don't know what this guy's doing. I genuinely don't know what these two guys are doing, playing 25 seasons and not playing cups. It's a waste of your own time. Um, when the window opens, you get busy playing the cups. Um, and again, as I said, on this side, it's just about knowing when you're going to plateau um, on the games because, again, essentially, if I put it this way, this shouldn't be so close because he's lost so many. But the problem is, I think he's probably lost the games when he was maybe 160 on losses, and so he's now losing more and more. and this guy's catching up, and this guy's catching up, and you don't have any right to be. So that's how this system works, unfortunately. Whereas if you plateau too soon and you're not keeping an eye on who I'm likely to be paired with on the world leaderboard, you're basically taking a risk of I'm always just going to be there in perpetual trying to chase what I had before. So that's just how the leaderboard works. I hope that was helpful. If there are any questions, let me know. I'll answer them in the comments. And yeah, subscribe to my channel, guys. I'm one of the top 100 players in seasons. FIFA 21. Follow me. Alright, take care, guys. Take care. Whoops, that wasn't it. Alright, take care, guys.